Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Meet the Skrulls, issue number 5 of 5. I like the cover. I love the way the dressing is the actual cover, and everything else is just background. This is probably my favorite of the covers. Anyway, guys, so let's get started talking about who made this book. We'll finish out this book. Try not to do any spoilers, but like it's the last issue, and like the whole thing is the spoiler, so there's that. Anyway, this is Robbie Thompson on writing, Nico Henrikon on art. I hope I didn't butcher any names. Laurent Croisset, I can't read this print. Color assistant, VC's Travis Lanham, I know him. On letters, Marco Martin doing the cover art. All right, so we got the, I like that in the very beginning, and by very beginning, I mean that page I just read, just above what I just read. The intro, they don't actually say that the father's dead. They simply say that he's been shot because everybody else gets shot too. It's like everybody's getting shot in this one. They're all getting tased. They're all getting, don't tase me, man. They're all getting jacked up. And there's a moment where you feel like this entire family is about to just be offed immediately. And it kind of happens. This was a story about family. So immediately you might be thinking the last interaction that the family had with their dad was to beat the living crap out of him. You know, the mom beat the living crap out of him. By the way, as far as the mom's concerned, hey, not so tough once the other person starts fighting back, huh? Anyway, they beat him purple, pussy, probably gave him a concussion. Yeah, can you give a Skrull a concussion? Can they just shape change the concussion away? So, what do you call it? They, I don't know. It's weird that their conversation about the dad after the fact happened the way that it happened, as opposed to there being apologies and remorse over that final interaction. I mean, here's this dude who just did the best that he can, and he's following protocol. He's doing everything that Skrull High Command is telling him, or at least he thinks. This was a very messed up book. At the end, they tell us that this is genuinely the end, but they also indicate, they imply that there's going to be a lot more. All I can say is, from now on, when you see a Robbie Thompson book, consider that any of those characters might be a Skrull. They might also just be messing with it. Nick Lowe is the one who does all the editing. He might just be messing with us because, you know, yeah. So, honestly, I don't know where else to go with this, but with the ending and who seems to have been in charge of the rogue, I'm wondering, does it, like, this has to continue somehow, right? Do I want this to be a full-on event? I wouldn't mind seeing something, but I don't, like, that's the thing. You know, there's always going to be events with Marvel. There's going to be multiple events. They'll call them big events, small events, self-contained events, blah, 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 events, mini events. But there's going to be events, and I'm sure that in some way, shape, or form, this is going to turn into another secret invasion, something to that effect. And in many ways, the way that it left off, it should. The question is it going to be good? That's why I'm always so terrified. When I see something like this, and I see that this could lead into an event, I'm always terrified, like, you're going to ruin my story. Because, like, right now, these 5 issues were good. They were pretty solid. You turn around and you make this into an event or something to that effect, all of a sudden, it really will hamper down on what I read here. It's like, oh, yeah, this was a good book at the time, but it was just a lead-in into this, and this sucked. So I guess this sucked too. It's a weird one. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.